So, according to the Christian Science Monitor, the U.S., the IRS revoked the tax-exempt status for Richard Spencer's National Policy Institute because they failed to file tax returns for 3 years in a row. So it's not that they actually just decided, no, we're not going to give them tax exemption, but his organization didn't do its, didn't live up to its obligation and file taxes.
Yeah, I saw this story earlier. How's my signal now? Just to be sure. Am I okay?
You're good.
Okay, so I saw this story earlier, and it's really a non-story in the sense that besides the fact that it's a white nationalist, white supremacist, neo-Nazi organization that's able to get a nonprofit status, in the head, him being Richard Spencer. Besides the fact that we're talking about the living embodiment of a human dick, it's still just a lack of paperwork here, right? It's a lack of doing his business properly. I would much rather see his name never mentioned again. Marginalize him in the sense that nobody cares that he's even alive, and no one cares when he dies. That would be the news divorce story for me. But that's just my take. Brandon, what's your take?
That Richard Spencer didn't pay his taxes?
Well, what's actually great before even Brandon goes in is this guy, he's very intellectual. When asked about it by the LA Times, he said, I don't know what to say. I don't want to make a comment because I don't understand this stuff. It's a bit embarrassing, but it's not good. We'll figure it out.
Hey,
here's what I will say, though. I wonder how they're going to spin this, because this reminds me of the story from a few years ago where there was this big kerfuffle, for lack of a better word, where the IRS was investigating right-wing groups applying for tax-exempt status. Was that? Yeah. And they were trying to paint that Obama's IRS is targeting right-wing groups. And considering this now happened under Trump, I wonder what the excuse is going to be for the fact that right-wing groups tend to be, not so keen on paying taxes or following tax law.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't follow Richard Spencer. He's a white nationalist. He's pro.
Exactly. I don't keep up with white nationalists anymore. The only time I really cared about Richard Spencer was when that amazing video of him getting his head split came out. That's the only time I really cared.
It's not even news, right? That's like what Richard Spencer does is not news insofar that it's not.
And that's the way it should stay.
Yeah, like it's just people paying too much attention to the fact that there is this cute Nazi. And I think that really indicates why, especially in the media, that really indicates why the resistance is failing, because like they just can't seem to wrap their head around the fact that, oh, this Nazi's kind of attractive. And so they're willing to platform him when he's just another hate mob.
Have you seen, like all jokes aside, have you seen the dude without makeup? I mean, like, bruh, there's maybe he dresses nice, but his skin looks like he has leprosy from biblical days. But anyway, he looks like Steve Bannon. So like the bar for attractive, like if you're gonna be an evil son of a bitch Nazi, I mean, you gotta at least be I don't know. I'm trying to think of a man who I think is attractive like that, but Richard Spencer is not. You have to excel in your beauty for you to get away with getting some coverage, and Richard Spencer just does not meet that level. So again, he why are we talking about him again?